Kwa nini Youth IGF? Kwa sababu Youth IGF ni kwa ajili ya Kiswahili chake sijajua vizuri, kujengea vijana uwezo ili waweze kushiriki katika mifumo ya internet governance ya kikanda pamoja na ya kitaifa na ya kidunia. Internet Governance Forum historia yake ilianzia kwenye World Summit on Information Society. Ikaanzia kama working group. Baada ya kuanzisha mentorship ya vijana tangu mwaka jana, nadhani tulikutana na group moja ambayo tulikutana nao kwenye Youth Summit, Youth Innovation Summit. Wale vijana ambao tulikutana nao, hebu tusimame. Wale ambao ni Youth IGF team. Tutaendelea kuwashukuru. Basi naomba tukae alafu. Baada ya kusema hayo, kwa sababu tuko nyuma ya muda, wapo wenzetu wengine ambao wako online kupitia Zoom, na mwaka huu waliandaa, na mimi of course nikiwa nafanya kama supporting role, wameweza kupata vijana 50 ambao watashiriki kwenye forum hii. Wengine wako online na wengine tumeweza kukutana hapa. Kwa hiyo at the end of the day, kila mmoja hapa atapata digital certificate kwa ajili ya kuonyesha kwamba anashiriki kwenye forum ya mwaka huu. Baada ya kusema hayo, niwashukuru tena kwa kuja, na nilikuwa naomba, kwa sababu mimi ni chief campaigner wa Internet Society Tanzania chapter, ambayo kimsingi Tanzania chapter ina chapter kama 140 duniani, na sisi Tanzania tukiwa mmoja wapo. Ningependa pia muweze kujiunga wale ambao hawajajiunga. Utaandika tu internet.
My name is Oza. I'm from Zaina Foundation, an organization dealing with the empowering women in technology. Also, we are dealing with promoting digital rights in Tanzania by doing different activities such as workshop to improve and to enhance others into technology.
Good morning again. My name is from the Secretary General of the Tanzania Internet Service Provider Association, called TISPA. We run internet exchange points in Tanzania, in different basically regions, with one here in Dar es Salaam called the Tanzania Internet Exchange Point. So our role is basically to make sure that whatever internet traffic that is meant to stay within the country actually stays within the country without going outside the borders of the country. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so this is a panel full of men. Very glad to be here. I think I'm very fortunate to actually sit here and speak about connectivity. So my name is Catherine Richard Kimambo. I run an NGO called African Child Projects. It's an NGO that works on connectivity projects in rural areas. So we connect schools, we connect villages, we connect communities in rural areas to internet. And up to date, we have connected a total of 60 schools. We have 40K beneficiaries, that is students and teachers. We have distributed a total of 400 and something computers and tablets that are donated by Vodacom Tanzania Foundation. We want to see learning equality between schools in urban areas and schools in rural areas. So for me, when you meet me anywhere in any panel, just know that I'm going to speak about connectivity equality, I'm going to speak about learning equality, and how can we have quality connectivity in rural areas? How can we advocate for quality education for all and connectivity for everyone? So that's me and what we do at African Child Projects. Thank you.
I think my colleagues here, they speak very good English, because mine is not that like that. But once again, my name is Alembe Joseph. I'm working with Internet Society Tanzania, but I'm also working with IGF, Youth IGF in Tanzania. But here today, I'm going to speak about Kongamano Community Network Initiative Innovation Hub, which is dealing with connectivity as well, as Catherine Tunango explained. We also connect some schools and local government offices, hospital and police station in Kongamano, so that to make sure they have connectivity, so that it can be easy for them to do their job when they are doing about communication. So we normally know that nowadays every single association or every single institution in government is running e-government services. So we are trying to make sure the services are available for the local community so that they can easily get help so as to meet their goals. So I think we're going to answer all the questions you're going to ask, and we are here to let you know that we are for you.
And UNESCO at the time when the pandemic started estimated that around 2.7 billion learners around the world to connect to their teachers so the learning can continue. In Tanzania, the statistics show that we have around 29 million people in Tanzania who are connected to the internet. And the penetration is around 50% according to TCRI data for the Q1 of 2021.
On Zoom, discussing about partnerships and designing the program online, having different partners like ISO, there's the University of Dar es Salaam, University of Dodoma, there's the Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology. So for school connectivity is not a one-person's job. It's an effort that is contributed by different stakeholders. And so on 2021, that's when we decided that we are going to have a feasibility study or a pilot to start with 10 schools and then learn from the experiences that come from the 10 schools and then expand from that experience moving forward. So on 2021, that's when we connected the 10 schools. And then these schools were just selected at random. There was schools that were given out by TAMISEMI, there's schools that were given out by different organizations just advised us to pick schools from random. To at least stand here and say that maybe in October we are going to connect maybe 400 more schools, we are going to connect 1,500 by 2025. I think it's from the part, you cannot be the one to solve everything. If you want to go far, go together. If you want to go fast, go on. So that's my takeaway.
Thank you, Catherine. I'm going to break a protocol a little bit, and you will excuse my esteemed panel. We have a very good and dear friend from the Ministry of Information, Communication and Information Technology. He has just arrived from Dodoma, and he came for us to be with us today to discuss and to mentor us, because most of us here are young people between the age of 0 to 30. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Mr. Stephen Olway from the Ministry of Information, Communication and Information Technology. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning. I think we'll be together the whole day. So as introduced, I had a section for cybersecurity, but of course I come from the Department of ICT, though we are having changes in our organizational structure, which if we may discuss in the due course of our
forum. Thank you very much.
The Wi-Fi is available for people just coming around the innovation hub that we have at Kongamano. As we know, we use a lot of internet nowadays, in most cases, for communication, for education, for learning and development. We have some challenges as well, because some people just use it not for purposely, but I can say people are supposed to use it for the education or for the business, but some cases people just use in order to just as a pleasure, you know. Sometimes we try to sit it down and try to make it aware, because internet it does not come only for pleasure. It's come as well for education and for business as well. And I can see here we have different people from different I can say stakeholders, different stakeholders we have here. So everyone is just here for purposely. And
I'm Baraka Meremov, a cybersecurity enthusiast and student from UNO. Well, my question goes to all the panelists. I was asking that we see that you are really thriving to push people, and especially youth and children in schools, to get connected and be online. What about the issue of cyberbullying? Well, it's good that you are making awareness to the youth in universities. How far have you gone with the issue of cyberbullying? For example, in South Africa last year, there was an incident where a child, a youth like us, was being cyberbullied just because she unfollowed her friend, and that incident led to death. Such that the one who was unfollowed went and beat her up to death, and that scenario was very bad for the country at large. So coming to Tanzania, how are you combating the issue of cyberbullying? Not only awareness. For example, I could say we have students in IFM, their videos are being leaked. After being leaked, they are getting tortured. How do you combat them after they...
In the last, say, 3 decades, we had Etisalat, we had rather Gilat, and Intelsat, and a bunch of other satellite providers. They've always been there. I think the ABS satellites are still there. The satellites.
Hello. Na mimi pia ninafurahi tumepata mgeni hapa, ni mtu wa Meta, kwa hiyo tutampa nafasi jitambulishe pia. Lakini pia if you have issues, you want to receive your phone calls or text messages, tuna vyumba hapa nyuma utamwona.
We have 2 gentlemen from the government. This is amazing, like that. And we have the cybersecurity and a guy who is also a digital security specialist, Alende. That is his area. Before we proceed, the issue of privacy and data protection, cybersecurity and accountability, especially on the issue of privacy and data protection. I think everyone will agree in the room that
they turn it into a cyberspace. And because of that, I think cybersecurity becomes one of the very important things. We have heard many incidents for the past like 10 years. One of the popular incidents was Type King, whereby individuals were able to go to the ATM machines, put those Type King codes, and money start coming out. I remember there was an incident with JP Morgan where millions of money were stolen. And I remember there was an incident also with Jeep cars. Around 1.5 million cars were vulnerable. People were able to crash them remotely. So if you look at all these incidents that are around us, people crashing down systems, people shutting down electricity across different countries, it is something that everyone needs to talk about. And that's why even the first panel, if you look at it, they even touch cybersecurity. And I was telling my friend there that the panel talks about something else, but you can't avoid talking about cybersecurity. So, and another thing that I want to add on top of it, many people forget or think like the story of cybersecurity needs to go to a certain individual or a group of people. But unfortunately, this is not the right thing.
Also, we are mandated to develop and manage ICT infrastructure in the country. We are also mandated to coordinate and regulate mass media, but also the last but not the least by importance, we are mandated to oversee communication safety and security in IT. So talking of what we are doing so far with regard to the privacy and protection of people's safety, as you're aware, in 2015 we had enacted the Cyber Crimes Act and the Electronic Transactions Act, but those are among the three main laws of cyber laws under the East African Community Legal Framework for Cyber Laws in 2008.
So many people utilize password or PIN, but they forget we have who you are, like those fingerprints, iris and so on. We have those like what you know, those are password and pins, and we have something like what do you have, things like keys, smart cards, tokens that we normally get from banks and so on. But also we have where you are, how you do things, utilizing artificial intelligence to protect yourself, utilizing the story of where you are. For example, yesterday I lost when I reached here I lost 100,000. The reason behind, I went to withdraw money from my foreign line to a certain Vodacom shop. When I did transaction, I put the wrong those agents' number, and unfortunately, I managed to withdraw the money from the foreign line, and then the agent was not the person that I was gazing upon, so I couldn't get the money, and the money was taken out. So I had to communicate with Vodacom and everything. They managed to stop the transaction. But if we had this factor of authentication, which is where you are, meaning if I was there doing transaction and that is not an agent that I'm withdrawing money from, then definitely that money could not get out from my phone. But this has been implemented in many other countries that I've been to, that you cannot withdraw money if you're not in that particular area, or you cannot send, withdraw or deposit if you're not close to that agent. So that was a problem, I think, that leads to many people keep on falling victims. You find people that can withdraw someone's money remotely. You find people that can do many things remotely because we don't really add this layer of security, which is the fourth factor of authentication.
And for the MNOs, they also have their association. Likewise, the ISP, internet service providers, they have their association. But also the association for the non-government organizations and civil society. So all these groups are being given the opportunity to go through the concept and provide the comments. So after receiving, I wouldn't say enough comments, but after exhausting views from all the stakeholder sphere, we prepare something called the cabinet paper. Cabinet paper is prepared and then submitted to the cabinet secretariat. So what it has the concept note, it has the cabinet proposition, but it also has all the views of the stakeholders and what comments are from the ministry. Like some comments can be accommodated, but some comments are just for clarification. So after the full
tumeona recently kwamba tunakuwa tuna wasiwasi sana na utumiaji wa mitandao yetu kwa sababu kuna uvujaji wa taarifa au wakati mwingine tunakuwa tunaogopa kwamba inaweza ikawa inatuhatarisha. Sasa sisi vijana tuna mambo mengi na tunatamani kutumia mtandao kwa uhuru zaidi.
tunalindwaje na sera ambazo zimewekwa kwa ajili ya kutulinda hasa kwenye issue of privacy users?
You can just use the internet for your own advantage and take so that at least you are, I don't know, 25 and 6. So at the end of the day, when you reach at our age, you be like, top of your class. I remember when I was studying, like, I used most of the internet for learning programming and everything. After that, I just got a job directly from there as a fresher. So at the end of the day, you have a lot of things to do as youth, and you can take advantage of that. So it's based on your decision on what you want to do, etc. So at the end of the day, you can learn from other people's or other, I don't know, like the likes of the Metafunda or the likes of other. There are a lot of role models of which you can learn from, and then follow the footprints. That's it. Yes. So last question, I think that we did not answer, is about the cyber bullying platform for those guys who are affected by the cyberbullying issues. To me, is okay. I decide who I trust. So if I trust you and you do that shit, it's something else. It means it's just come into the trust thing. And at the end of the day, if you can do, there's this say that they say, if you can do something in public, that's not, I think, if anything that you need to share, if you can do it in public.
Even the VPN issue, you can tell from the panel itself, two people, they are trying to portray that perceptions could differ. So the youth, the community, sometimes it's justifiable, sometimes it's not justifiable. But I think 85% would just be recommended. Let's use VPN to do this, but they don't know the effect or why am I using VPN. So the most important part is to have the right knowledge. Always make sure you know why are you doing so. It's a bit unfortunate that since you made a public comment, the government is also making a public response, which is not yet out. But it's true that
it was your hand. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Kaka. One way. I'm going to touch on two things. I'll add a comment on what you just said. But before that, on the discussion which was going on, I want us for a second to at least forget about technology and just be humans, okay?
Asante. Well, mimi ni Engineer Steven Wangwe, ni mkurugenzi msaidizi sehemu ya usalama mtandao, na nina wajibu wa kusimamia masuala kadha wa kadha, lakini zaidi ni kuangalia kuwa mtandao wetu unakuwa salama. Lakini kwenye ngazi ya wizara tunahusika zaidi na utengenezaji wa sera, sheria, miongozo na taratibu mbalimbali za kutusaidia na kuwasaidia wananchi kuweza kuwa na matumizi salama ya mitandao yetu.
Labda kwa siku ya leo hapa chuoni kijana pato ni kuwasilisha kwa wanafunzi.
Kwa siku ya leo kwanza nimekuja nikimwakilisha katibu mkuu wa Wizara ya Habari, Mawasiliano na Teknolojia ya Habari, Dr. Jimmy Onazi, ambaye amekuwa na majukumu mengine. Lakini katika mambo ambayo nimewasilisha pamoja na mambo mengine, nimewaelezea kuwa sasa tarehe 23 mwezi wa 9 bungeni muswada ule wa sheria ya ulinzi wa taarifa binafsi umesomwa rasmi, na sasa ni nyaraka ya umma Kwa hiyo watu ambao hawakupata fursa katika mchakato takia hizi taratibu zimeanza, sasa ni muda wao sasa wa kuweza kuichukua na kuipitia na kuweza kuangalia kwamba wanaweza wakatoa maoni gani, yote katika kuhakikisha kwamba tuna sheria ambayo itakuwa ni nzuri kwa sisi wote, lakini pia ni wakati mzuri sasa wa watu na umma kwa ujumla kutafuta muda na kutenga wakati kwa ajili ya kujaribu kuielewa hii sheria vizuri na kujua ni mambo gani na kwenda kushughulikia. Lakini pia jambo moja la msingi ni kwamba hii sheria itakwenda kufungua fursa. Kuna baadhi ya wawekezaji wakubwa ambao wanashughulika na masuala ya tehama ambazo wanabanwa na nchi zao kuja kuwekeza kwenye nchi ambazo hazina mfumo wa kisheria wa ulinzi wa taarifa binafsi. Kwa hiyo sisi kwa hii hatua ya kuweza kutunga hii sheria, tunatarajia sasa tutakuwa tuna wawekezaji wakubwa kutoka huko magharibi na nchi mbalimbali duniani. Lingine ambalo nilikuwa nimesisitiza ni kwamba katika masuala ya usalama wa mtandao ni muhimu kupata uelewa, elimu kwa umma. Watu wengi huwa wanapata matatizo kwa sababu uelewa wao inawezekana haupo vizuri katika maeneo fulani, hususan ninaweza kupata madhara gani nitakapofanya jambo gani kwenye mitandao. Unakuta watu wanafanya jambo fulani kwa faragha ama kwa starehe zao, lakini baadaye linawaletea matatizo. Kwa hiyo sisi kama serikali tuna mkakati wa taifa wa elimu kwa umma wa usalama mtandao, ambapo tutazunguka katika makundi yote kuanzia ngazi za serikali, lakini ngazi ambao sio serikali, lakini pia hizi tunaita makundi kama haya ya wanafunzi, makundi ya kaya mbalimbali, na kuhakikisha makundi yote ya umma tunawafikia na kuwaelimisha ni namna gani ya kuweza kuwa tunatumia vizuri mitandao ili situletee changamoto katika siku za usoni.
Labda hiyo kampeni ya kuzunguka katika makundi tofauti ya umma ili kutoa hiyo elimu kama sana tunatarajia kuanza muda gani, lakini kabla hujaribu hilo, hebu tupe dondoo kidogo ili tunavulie unapozungumzia kwamba ni taarifa binafsi ya mtandao, unamaanisha nini hasa?
Taarifa binafsi ni taarifa yoyote ambayo inanihusu mimi au wewe au mwananchi yote, taarifa zake zinazomtambulisha. Mathalan, mwingine inaweza ikawa ni jina, mwingine inaweza ikawa ni umri, inaweza ikawa ni namba yako ya kitambulisho cha taifa, inaweza ikawa ni namba yako ya leseni, inaweza ikawa ni account namba yako, inaweza ikawa ni taarifa ya fedha zilizopo kwenye account yako, inaweza ikawa ni kitu ambacho kikisemwa kinajulikana ni fulani. Kwa mfano, ukisema sasa hivi pale bungeni Msukuma, anajulikana Msukuma ni fulani. Kwa hiyo ile tayari ni taarifa binafsi ya yule Msukuma. Lakini kuna mwingine maybe ana identity fulani kutokana na kitu anachokifanya. Kwa hiyo ile taarifa ile ambayo for sure nitajua huyu ni fulani, hiyo ndiyo taarifa binafsi. Kwa hiyo tunakwenda kulinda taarifa binafsi za mimi, wewe na mwananchi mwingine yote aliyoko katika taifa letu.
Nazungumzia kampeni sasa ambayo wamefikiria kwenda kuanza.
Yes, okay, sawa. Hiyo kampeni kimsingi inaanza mwaka huu wa fedha, ambao mwaka wa fedha unaanza kawaida ni mwezi Julai. Lakini rasmi kwa sababu mwezi wa 10 ni mwezi wa usalama katika mtandao duniani, huwa ni kampeni ambayo inafanyika katika nchi zote duniani. Kwa hiyo na sisi tumeona huo ndio wakati mwafaka sasa sisi kuanza kampeni yetu rasmi.
Sawa, kwa majina naitwa Catherine Richard Kimambo, natokea taasisi inaitwa African Child Project. Ni taasisi ya kiserikali ambayo tunafanya miradi ya kuunganisha mashule na internet. Tunafanya kwa udhamini wa watu tofauti kama Vodacom Tanzania Foundation, kuna Basic Internet, University of Dar es Salaam, University of Dodoma, tuko pamoja na Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology. Naona umuhimu sana kwenye sessions kama hizi kwa sababu unakutana na wadau wengine, pia unaweza kujifunza maki kwenye sekta yetu tunavyounganisha mashule na internet. Tumetoka kwenye session ya cyber security, tunaulizwa kwamba mnavyounganisha watoto na internet mnawalinda vipi kwenye mitandao. Kwa hiyo umuhimu wa session kama hizi unavyokuja na kuhudhuria inakupa wewe kufikiria kwamba sio tu kuwaleta watu kwenye mtandao. Je, baada ya hapo nini kinafuata? Kuna vitu kama maudhui ambayo wanapata kwenye mtandao, kuna vitu kama vifaa wanavyotumia pia, je, vina ulinzi gani wao kama wanafunzi. Kwa hiyo kwangu mimi imekuwa ni tija na nimejifunza mengi zaidi.
Leo